This time it might look a little bit tricky. We have negative 4w is greater than 12. Now before I solve for this inequality, I want to move over to the side here, but I'm going to change colors. And I'm going to write a similar inequality. I'm going to write negative 4, it's less than 12. And I just want to look at something here real quick. What would happen if I divided negative 4 by a negative number? So if I were to take negative 4 and divide by negative 1 on this side of the inequality, well, remember, if you do something to one side of an inequality, you've got to do it to the other side. So I'm going to divide this side by negative 1 also. All right, let's change colors. Well, negative 4 divided by negative 1, that turns into a positive 4. And positive 12 divided by negative 1, that turns into negative 12. But what would happen if I brought this inequality symbol down? Is positive 4 less than negative 12? No, something happened here. This is not a true statement. So I'm going to just erase that inequality symbol and think, well, what would make that inequality a true statement? Well, I know that positive 4 is greater than negative 12, so I'm going to rewrite it as 4 being greater than negative 12. So the inequality flipped here. I'm just going to draw a little arrow there showing that it flipped. Whenever you divide or multiply inequalities by a negative number, you've got to flip that inequality symbol. I'm going to move this information down towards the bottom of the screen. So let's just slide this down towards the bottom corner for now. And I'm going to change colors here. And let's keep this concept in mind when working through this inequality here, because I'm going to have to divide by negative 4 on this side of the equation. If I do it to this side of the equation, I have to do it to the other side of the equation. And I'm just going to make a note right now. Since I'm dividing by a negative number, that's going to flip the inequality symbol in the long run. I'm left with w. Don't forget the inequality symbol flipped here, so I'm going to write it as w is less than 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. I'm going to graph this inequality here, and I'm going to plot some values on this graph here. Negative 3, let's put negative 6 on this side, positive 3, positive 6. Change colors. The symbols tell me when I put my dot on the graph at negative 3, it's going to be an open circle. Since w it's less than negative 3, I'm going to draw my arrow towards the values that are less than negative 3. And now I'm going to check my work. I'm going to choose, let's use negative 6 this time to substitute into the variable w. And I'm going to check my work down below here. So negative 4 times negative 6, it's greater than 12. Let's find out if this is true. Negative 4 times negative 6 will give me positive 24. Positive 24 is greater than 12. This is a true statement. It checks out. And if I were to choose a value that were greater than negative 3 on this number line and substitute it in for w, it would prove that that is a false statement. Therefore, w is less than negative 3, and here's my graph. Cool stuff.